What's going on, fitness for you junkies and fitness enthusiasts all around the globe? Welcome back to another episode of Fitness for You. Certified master trainer and two-time natural bodybuilding champion Ricky Schick here, back with another amazing episode of Fitness for You. So, training the geriatric population, right? Training older clients. So this is a video for all those trainers out there who are coming up against the challenge of, okay, now I have somebody who is elderly and older, and I'm not sure what to do with them, right? Let's just say you're a new trainer, right? You're kind of new to this gig, you're super excited about it, and you want to get out there. But, your gym is now giving you clients who are older, and the bodybuilding moves and the super deadlifts and squats that you wanted to do originally, you're kind of starting to second guess yourself. Well, that's a great thing to do. You need to second guess yourself here. And I have been doing this for over a decade now, and I have come to terms with there is a lot of people who don't really need personal training, but they need PT, physical therapy and occupational therapy, more or less. So what do you do when you're stuck in a situation where you have this elderly client who is really stiff and they're maybe 80 years old and they want to make improvements, right? So here's one of the things that you do. They're probably going to come up to you and they're probably going to say, I just want to get stronger and I want to just feel good. They're kind of not sure why they're there, but I can give you a couple of reasons why they're probably there. The first reason is they can't afford, physical therapy or occupational therapy or any kind of therapy of that source. Maybe their insurance isn't covering it anymore and they want to find a cheaper solution. And unfortunately, that cheaper solution is personal training, right? It's what we do. So here are some tips that you could do to actually help improve and change this person's life. So a lot of things that they're going to need to work on, and your first thing you're probably going to think is strength, right? Strength is the first thing that these geriatric clients need to work on, right? No. Let's break it down even further, right? Strength should be the last thing on your mind, right? There is something called dynamic standing and dynamic sitting balance. This is an occupational therapy term, right? That we use for actual, core strength and ability, right? To grab things, right? Crossing your midline, being able to pull things, right? So basically everyday activity, right, is done based on the strength of their dynamic standing and sitting balance, right? It's kind of in the name. So you want to work on exercise that are going to target their core, but not just sit-ups, not just using the machines. You want to be able to cross the midline, that's across the body, right? And either pull an object or a weight across there. So you want to have them reach and you want to have them pull. What is this going to do? This is going to activate their stability muscles. This is going to activate their core muscles, right? So you're reaching and you're pulling. You can do this with a cable. You can do this with a band. You can do this with a mobility ball. You can have them sit down and go back and forth, right? So what you want to do is you want to simulate functional movements that are going to target their core. What's a functional movement? Guess what? Granny's got to make a sandwich. So she's got to cross midline. She's got to pick up the plate, right? And she's got to put it over here. You want to help them simulate these everyday movements because guess what? They're not trying to be a 3-time bodybuilding champion, right? They're just trying to get mobile again, right? So another thing you're going to want to work on is their stand to sit strength. You probably say, oh, Ricky, you just told me not to work on strength. Well, this is one of the foundations of functional movement, right? Is sitting down and standing back up. So another beautiful technique that you can do is have them sit on a platform. The best thing you could do is to get one of those jump squat thingies, right? What do you call it? The box jump things, right? And put it on its side, not standing up like this, but on its widest side so the head simulates almost like a couch. And you have them sit down and you say, okay, we're going to do a stand to sit, right? So what you're going to have them do is you're going to have them stand to sit, but when they stand up, they're going to push with their triceps up. This is going to give them and help them learn, right, mechanical advantages to sitting and standing. So you see where I'm going with this? The best way to train your geriatric clients is to work on mobility and functionality, right? So that's going to target the core. That's going to target their dynamic movements. That's going to simulate everyday life. So if you take everything out of this, get the strength training really out of the way and say, hey, how can I make this client more functional in their everyday life? How can I simulate these movements? And you're going to see these clients blossom. They are the most amazing clients you can ever run into, right? You're going to wind up changing their life, but consequently, they're going to wind up changing your life. So the best way to handle the elderly population is to make sure you're working on functional movements with them. So, if you guys love content like this and you want to stay up to date with all the best fitness content out there, right? Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and you guys know the deal. Love your body, love your mind, and love your souls. And trainers, get after it.